Hey, how we doing? So yeah, I got sounds going on around me. I just pulled up at work. Before I go in there, I want to, have a quick conversation. And I got coworkers pulling up, employees pulling up, and they got their radios on. So with me for a second, because I don't have too much time. I'm gonna have to go in the building. But before I do, while this is fresh on my mind, I just wanted to kind of put it out there. This is another segment I like to call. This is part of another segment I like to call life lessons from someone still learning. And I'm sure you can attest as well. We all have lessons in life that we're still learning as we go through life, if we're paying attention to the going ons around us in our environments. So today's lesson that I want, or today's topic, the thing I want you guys to key on, and the conversation I want to have about is choosing you. Choosing you, going with you, being honest to you, being true to you. There will come times in life where you're going to be faced with a choice. It's you or it's everyone, or it's you or someone else. There are times where it definitely pays to be selfless. But then there are other times where you just have to be selfish. Or that's the way it'll seem at first. No. Sometimes we put the wrong people above us. Sometimes we put the wrong people ahead of us. Sometimes we prioritize in the wrong order. And then it comes back to hurt us. Now, there is always lessons to be learned along the way if you're paying attention. But for the most part, there's just these times where trying to be that person only hurts you. Or trying to be there for people will hurt you. It not even hurt you, maybe just derail you or put you behind in your progress or in your process. To really help them, to really be there for them, to really show up for them, you got to show up for you. Honestly, I would say in almost every fashion or facet of life, there needs to be a bit of selfishness. There needs to be a bit of putting you first and being there and showing up for yourself so that you are better equipped to show up for others. That could be family. That can be friends. In the case of relationships, if you don't put yourself first, you run the risk of being ran over. You run the risk of being misused. You run the risk of being mistreated and undervalued. You run the risk of being taken advantage of. I think that's most closely the case in which I speak, and that's where I learned the majority of what I learned to be able to have this conversation with you is when you deal with other people, there are times where they have the agenda that's different from you. I'm not saying they're selfish. I'm just saying that they have an agenda that is different from yours. And if you don't put your agenda first, you can stand to suffer. In a perfect world, everybody that you deal with, everybody that you see, every interaction you have, they're on the same type of time and they have the same agenda as you. But let me ask you, when's the last time this world was perfect? I can give, or I know of, or I know that you know, we all know of, it's all too often and all too many times there are instances where the imperfections of this world have shined through. Depending on how you play this, you stand to get another example. If you aren't vigilant, if you aren't diligent, if you aren't focused on what you need to get the most out of your experience. Family. friends, relationships. There are people, there are circumstances and situations that are passing throughout your life. You're the constant. They come and they go. They're here today and they're going tomorrow. It may seem like the most intense engagement that you will ever encounter until the next one. Until the next intense engagement. To the next life-altering situation. I've been on this earth long enough to know that they come and they go. People, places, things, feelings, scenarios. They come and they go through your life. Who can really attest to, oh, I've been there for this part of this person's life, that part of this person's life? Maybe your family, maybe some members of your family. You got a great, extensive dossier on their history, their likes and their dislikes, and you really have got to know that person, but you will never truly know anyone. You will never truly know anyone. You will use the majority of this journey trying to learn you. Don't make the mistake of trying to learn anyone, trying to assume anything, trying to get to the bottom of things. Don't make that mistake, man. Learn what they show you. Learn who they show you. Learn the things that you can from the experiences and the situations that you go through so that you can adapt them to your story and your life. It's about you. It's about putting yourself first. It's about creating your narrative and then pushing that into your environment, your set of circumstances, your experience. I won't even say, I don't think it's good advice to give system standard advice for situations and scenarios and people and predicaments that we find ourselves. One size don't fit all. I don't believe in that. So I'm not even gonna say what I think is best in given situations. I'm just gonna say this life, these choices, these circumstances, these situations, honestly, they're your narrative. If I'm traveling down a winding road, it's going to bend in the way that it should. But the speed and aggression in which I hit those corners is determined by me. Because I'm driving my car. Drive your car. Worry about you. Put you first. Don't let a person or a situation change who you are internally or who you want to be. My time's running out, so I really got to get in there. This was just what was fresh on my brain. I thought I'd share it with the world. If this advice helps, man, that's what it's here for. If you find the time, if it helps you, if you see other content that I have that can also help you or entertain you, like, comment, subscribe, tune in, tap in. I'm trying to build a community of people without fear. Danger's real, heartache's real, headache's real, stress is real. But the fear to go through and experience these things and come out on the other side, that's what we going for. That's what I'm going for. So like I said, till next time, appreciate you all. Good talk.